Hi, well, thanks for tuning in for another episode of Ask Spurrell CPA. And in today's episode, we're covering, why Spurrell Associates business plans work. And to help me here today, I have Terry from our office. Terry, thanks for being here. Why don't you tell us a little bit about yourself?
I am Terry, and I've been with Spurrell Associates for 5 years now, and I'm currently part of the CPA prep program to work towards my CPA designation.
Excellent. So the quote that comes to mind when we talk about business plans is the Benjamin Franklin quote. If you fail to plan, you are planning to fail. And that's what I would say to business owners who don't have a business plan. If you fail to plan, you are planning to fail. The statistic that we throw out, pretty regularly when it comes to this is business owners who complete a business plan are 50% more likely to grow revenue. With, of course, revenue growth being one of the key success factors in any business surviving. So business owners who complete a business plan, 50% more likely to grow revenue. And the story that we get is business owners, they come into our office and they don't know why their business is not growing, and they don't really have an answer of why it's what to do and how to grow the business. And almost invariably, they don't have a plan. They're just hoping that it'll grow. So Terry, what are the key questions that you think these business owners should be asking when determining why use a Spurrell Associates business plan?
Do you have a template that you start with when doing business plans?
Yeah, we absolutely do have a template, and that template is designed to make the business plan a scalable exercise. We don't want to have business owners coming in and we can't be charging the average small business owner $10,000 or $5,000 to do a business plan. It has to be a number that they can afford, and having that template with the the common items on there that are useful for that business owner helps us do it in an efficient manner, for sure.
Why don't you use one of the bank templates or a template from another organization?
Yeah, it's a really good question. So the banks often, they'll have their own templates, or the BDC has their own template. I found that those templates are very finance specific. They have the indicators on there that the bank wants to see on if they qualify for a loan. But our business plan templates are not just to qualify for financing, although that is one use of them. It's to actually help the business owner succeed, help them grow their business, help them make good decisions. And it just employs all of the things that we learned about our clients and the common pain points, and making sure that we're addressing those potential missteps before they actually happen. So we've been developing our business planning template over the last 7 years, and it started out as a Word and Excel document, and it's moved on to some software that we have it hosted on now. So yeah, we definitely do have a template.
Yeah. So as Spurrell Associates focuses on year-round accounting and consulting services, how does this put the firm in a unique position to develop superior business planning processes?
So most firms, they're centered around compliance, so they're doing year-end financials and tax returns, and that's good. But you're only going to see some of the picture. We do a considerable amount of outsourced work, so we're seeing what's working day to day, month to month, week to week with these clients and that sort of experience that we have with those clients in doing that day-to-day CFO type style work, it helps us establish what's going to work, what's not going to work. When we're looking at items other than the ratios, other than the income statement and the balance sheet, what sort of schedule they're going to have to maintain, what sort of recruiting and retention strategies that they're going to have for the employees, what sort of marketing initiatives that they're going to have to deploy. We're seeing this on a day-by-day basis with the clients that we're managing. So
how do the cash flows look on business plans from non-CPAs?
Cash flows are, lots of business owners, they want to see their cash flow. And to be truthful, when you give a cash flow to even a rookie CPA, sometimes it can be a little bit of an adventure on seeing what it turns out. So, having a non-CPA try to attempt a cash flow, it's kind of a recipe for an inaccurate statement. And, if the business runs out of cash, that's the second most common reason that a business is going to fail, is they're going to run out of cash. So it's not an exercise where you want to make a mistake on. You want to be planning your business with a cash flow that's actually going to work, one that you can actually execute. So I think it's paramount to have a CPA tackle a cash flow forecast in your business plan.
What is missing from most marketing sections on business plans?
I would say most marketing sections, clients often come to us and they have some decent marketing initiatives. Like they can actually think through some marketing initiatives for the most part. Some of them are just completely stuck, but lots of them come through with some, I'm going to do this, this, and this. But what they tend to forget is they don't quantify any of the marketing initiatives. So they say they're going to drop flyers. I'm going to drop flyers. Okay, great. How many flyers are you going to drop? Are you going to drop 1,000 or 10,000 or 100,000 flyers? I'm going to do networking. Great. Are you going to do one networking event per week or two networking events per week? You just go down the list. I'm going to spend some money on some cost per click advertising. Well, how much are you going to spend? $100 a week or $1,000 a week? And invariably, in order to get an accurate forecast, you have to start quantifying those marketing initiatives. So what most business plans are missing when clients come to us is they're actually not quantifying those marketing initiatives. And if you don't quantify the marketing initiatives, you can't quantify a forecast for them.
If there's one thing that is wrong with most business plans,
I think if there's one thing that's wrong with a lot of business plans is they don't look at the schedule of the business owner. And a lot of banks will often say, "Hey, Josh, why do you have the schedule for the business owner in your business plan? We don't need that to lend them money." And I say, well, the business owner's time is probably the single biggest constraint in any business. And this is a business that has no money or a business that has $10 million. That business owner only has 168 hours in a week. So let's take, for example, if you're let's say you're an electrical contractor and you want to grow your business from $250,000 a year to $500,000 a year. That sounds great, and we can have the marketing initiatives, quantified marketing initiatives to actually generate that number of leads. But then when does that contractor actually do twice as many estimates and twice as many job site visits? So if you don't start quantifying, when these tasks are going to be done, you can just come up with an impossible dream that only works if the business owner is available to work, 37 hours in the day. So it really has to be sensitive to the business owner's time of what they can actually do versus the things that they're going to have to delegate and how much it's going to cost them to delegate those tasks.
Why is it efficient to have the same CPA who did or will do the financial statements do the business plan?
Yeah, in order to do an effective business plan, you need to understand the business, right? So any opportunity that you can have to interact with the business, if you're doing the financial statements for the business, that's going to give you a deeper understanding of the business. If you were to come in cold and you weren't involved in the preparation of the financial statements, it increases the amount of time you have to spend to be familiar with the business, or B, sometimes you're just guessing because you don't have the background on doing the business. So, doing both the financial statements and the business plan, it just has those efficiencies where you've gained that familiarity with the client. You're familiar with some things that are working, some things that are not working, and you can start tackling them from the outset. You're not having to try to, pick them out from the outside. You've been involved with them, from day one, so to speak.
Right. Do you think all CPAs are equally skilled when it comes to doing business plans?
No, I do not think they're all equally skilled. And it's the same reason why, there's things in our firm that we don't do particularly well. We don't do assurance work. We don't do work with IFRS or International Financial Reporting Standards. You're good at what you do a lot of. So if you're a CPA and you do 1 or 2 business plans a year, guess what? You're not going to be as good as a CPA who does 100 business plans a year. You're just going to gain that extra knowledge. The practice makes perfect type of thing. So you're good at what you specialize in, and here we do business plans for majority of our clients. So we're doing 100 plus business plans a year as opposed to other firms. They're doing a couple a year. So it's that specialization, that frequency of what they do them that makes them better at it.
Mm-hmm. If you gave a business owner your template, do you think that's all that you need?
No, I don't think that just a template is going to make the answer. It's that collaborative process that makes it work. So it's putting your ideas on the template. The template's a great start. It prioritizes the items that we see as the common pain points for businesses failing. Or businesses struggling, and the owner can flush out their vision for the company but then it's bouncing it off of someone else who has the experience of seeing multiple businesses. Most business owners are in the scenario where they've seen, 1, 2, 3, maybe a half dozen businesses at most, right? Where your accountant is in a position where they've seen hundreds, if not thousands, of businesses, so they can relate your vision to other practices that they've actually seen put in use, and give you a realistic opinion on, is this going to work or is this not work, because they might have seen someone actually already try that before, right? So it's not just a template, it's the experience on seeing will this likely work. A CPA is in a good position to actually have already seen it in practice, as opposed to just starting it for the first time.
Right. Does anyone on the Spurrell Associates team do business plans on their own as a one-person project?
No, and that's even like further reinforces why is a template just not good enough, because even myself, and I've done hundreds of business plans, I still don't want to be the only set of eyes on it, because what you want is someone to scrutinize that plan. The business owners put their vision in it. We have a member of our team go and complete the business plan, and then we have someone else from the team try to poke holes in it, because we want to poke holes on it before there's money on the line. You put the egos aside and say, hey, look, this could go wrong with this plan. How do we make it even better? So having multiple people, the business owner, and at least two people from our team look at the plan, that's what increases the chance of success for the business owner, rather than just having one set of idea. We want to get the best ideas out in the open. We want to be able to poke holes in the plan before there's money on the line.
Right. Thank you.
So I think that's what we have for today. If you have any questions, feel free to leave a comment below, and we'd be happy to address it in a future video. Thanks very much.